welcome to Ridge Life. Today on Ramblings, we got Tim and Jen with our week vacation roundup rambling review. It has been an eventful one. What do you think?
Oh, yeah.
We just left Canada. We're in basically Buffalo, New York. You can still see there's snow on the ground, guys. We left out of Canada in a snowstorm, whiteout snowstorm. There was probably 3 inches of snow on the ground, and the roads in Canada, in Niagara, were covered. I actually had to use four-wheel drive in the Beast here. And they had graders and salt trucks and all that, trying to clear it really quickly, but I guess it did it overnight. And we stopped at Tim Hortons, had some breakfast and some good old Tim Horton coffee. One of the viewers said, Starbucks? Canada, you don't go to Starbucks, you go to Tim Horton. That's good Canadian coffee. And you're right. It was very delicious. Thank you very much. We had what did we have to eat?
It was a burrito, eggs, bacon, cheese, and hash browns.
Yeah, it was called a farmer basket or some farmer wrap or something like that. And I got 4 of them, thinking we'd eat 2 each.
It was pretty big.
they're pretty good though. So yeah, we left and we went through customs in America. And what do you think was easier, going into Canada or going into America?
They're both about the same.
About the same. They asked different questions though.
Yeah.
Because going into America, they're like, "Why you want to come here?" No, just kidding. Actually, that's all they did ask, right? Why you coming here? But going into Canada is like, do you bring any babies with you? Do you have any, tobacco products? Did you leave your American guns and knives at home? Yes, we did, unfortunately.
She didn't ask anything about guns.
No, she didn't. But, man, the wind coming over that bridge, the QEW, the wind blowing off over the river there was blowing the beast around. So our last day in Canada, pretty much the last day of the trip, we kind of took it easy, right?
Yeah, we did. We were kind of tired. We were out last night.
We got up and went down to the falls, and we did a ramble in front of the falls. Hope you saw that. What was your impression of the falls?
It's beautiful. Prettier than what I thought it was going to be, actually.
Powerful.
Yes.
And we learned a little history. Jen had noticed this like boxcar looking thing stuck in the rocks, just up from the falls on the Horseshoe Fall side. I thought it was like a boxcar or a Connex. I think I even said that in the video. Well, we looked it up. What it is. Oh no, it's a boat. They were doing a mile or so up the river. They were doing some dredging, and there's this big metal schooner or something like that, and it broke free with 2 or 3 guys on it in 1918, and it got stuck just before the falls, and they did heroic 24-hour effort to rescue them. They shot a cable out across the river, and a guy went out. And this harness thing got hung up, and the guy went out in the middle of the night, crawled out on that cable all the way across the river, and he had to turn back. Well, he went out again the next day. There's 2 guys sitting in this little thing, stuck, getting ready to go over the falls. Well, he goes out again the next day, and he gets the harness all untangled, gets it to him, and he actually rescues those guys. Well, that little boat thing sat there since 1918. And then in 1990, I believe, 1919.
1960 something.
1960, there you go.
Yeah.
No, it was 1920. That was a different one. That was the story. In 1920, 1990, that's right, 1990, okay, just not too long ago. It moved, and they thought it was going to go over the falls. And that's where we saw it, right? It moved down, and it's like within 2,000 feet of the falls now, or less than that. And but you're like, man, the day that thing actually breaks apart and goes over, that would be crazy to see. No, what happened in 1960? A 9-year-old boy was in boating upriver, and he fell out of the boat with a life jacket on and went over the falls. and survived.
Oh, we did?
He survived. No, the Maid of the Mist was down there, and they pulled him in, and he survived.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, like no major injuries.
I didn't know he fell up like...
Oh, he went over the falls.
Over the falls.
Yeah, 1960, 9-year-old boy. That was the 1960. And one more fact, and I learned a lot of these facts while we were eating at Skylon. So yes, we went to tour the falls, and for lunch we went to Skylon. That's that big Space Needle looking thing. And what do you think about that?
It was cool. It was really cool. I didn't realize we were turning until I stopped and looked, and I was like, we're moving.
The tables, the part where you sit to eat, rotates within the tower. So you get a view of Niagara all the way around as you go. Very, very cool. But as you rotate around, they've got these little plaques on the windowsill. And they tell you these things. That's where I learned about the boy and stuff like that. Well, they say that many, many years ago, Niagara Falls was 7 miles upstream. Or downstream, I should say. And over the years, it has eroded to where it is now, 7 miles later. And you'd read that they actually had to remove some of the rocks. They actually dammed up the river and removed a bunch of the rocks.
Yeah, it was taking about halfway of the falls out of it, so they wanted to move the boulders to make it, longer.
Yeah, absolutely. It was so cold though, wasn't it? I mean, you saw Jen on the video. It was frigid.
I didn't think 20-something degrees was that cold until I got there, because the wind was whipping. It cut you like a knife. It was so cold.
Super cold. So we went to Skylon, and of course we toured the falls, and then we had dinner at the Keg. Now so we had lunch at the Skylon, which was good, really. I always get seafood, I had salmon, scallops.
It was really good.
It was really good. What'd you have?
Pasta.
What was that? That French onion soup?
Oh, yeah. French onion soup was so good. Man. Way better than my actual dinner.
Yeah. Wait, that happened a lot to us, that the appetizers, the unique appetizers, were so good. Okay, so that last evening, we went to the Keg. And the Keg is a restaurant up on the 9th floor of a hotel that overlooks the falls. Now, at Skylon, we got a window seat, so we rotate around. We can actually see out perfectly the entire time. At the Keg, we didn't quite get a window seat. It was still cool, seeing it.
It was put back where all the TVs and the sports was going on.
Yeah, they still had a window section where we could look, but it wasn't like we were right on the window. But the appetizers there, what was your favorite?
Well, I had checked online and saw what everybody was saying was really good was the mushroom. Neptune, yes. And it was mushroom stuffed with cream cheese and I believe chives or green onion. So good.
And crab meat.
Crab meat.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay.
Oh,
Yeah,
so
very good.
And we were dipping our bread in it came in a little bowl with little, like for eggs, like you could serve deviled eggs.
Yeah.
So the mushrooms were sitting, and then she was dipping the bread and getting all the leftover little cheesy, cream cheese gooiness. And then the bread and the butter with the bread, the big loaf of bread. She had prime rib.
I did.
Good.
It was very good. Very tender and had a good flavor to it.
I had sirloin Oscar, which had béarnaise sauce, scallops, shrimp, asparagus on top of a sirloin steak. All that was good. The sirloin was a little tough. I will say I really didn't care for my sirloin.
It was cutting into it, and it was shaking the whole table. Him trying to cut into it, and I was like,
So I don't know if it was just my steak but I definitely do not recommend the sirloin there at the Keg. But the prime rib is good. And really, that was our last night, and we were like, could we go to the casino maybe? We hadn't been to casino. We're not really gamblers or anything, but we ended up going back to the room and just watching TV.
Yeah. And went to sleep early. It was like 10:30.
Yep. So got up today and got on the road, and we saw this big snowstorm. We got everything packed up and everything. So Niagara was really nice. Kind of just topped off a really amazing week, didn't it?
Yes.
So before Niagara, we were in Vermont, and we did a lot in Vermont.
Yes.
What was your favorite thing in Vermont?
Snowmobiling was the best thing ever.
So we went up to Mount Shrewsbury, and we have a viewer whose last name is Shrewsbury. Mount Shrewsbury, or on the side of it, and we snowmobiled up there, and that was super fun. I can't wait to do that again. I mean, we did it for an hour or two, and when we pulled up to the vehicles, Jen and I both thought, "Oh man, it's done!" But Dad said, we went about 15 miles, and he said if he'd have taken us on a 60 mile, we'd have been hurt our first time snowmobiling.
Yeah. It hurt my knee a little bit just because I didn't have my feet down in the little cubby area where you're supposed to stick.
Yeah, I got some great video of that, guys. You're gonna really love the video from that. We drove around the lake, saw the big frozen lake. We went on a sleigh ride. I like the sleigh ride.
Me too.
I love the horses. You remember their names? The horses' names?
It was two male names.
Country singers.
Willie and
Waylon.
Waylon.
Willie and Waylon. And Willie and Waylon, like the country singers, right? And they were big old giant draft horses. And we had Alexis, I think was her name, the girl who handled them, the guide. And it was fun. It was cold, but I didn't get too cold. I mean, it was cold the entire week we were up here, but we stayed pretty warm. Snowmobiling, I never really got cold because we were using so many muscles and stuff. Sleigh ride, they had these wool blankets, to cover up with. So the sleigh ride was nice. What about Valentine's dinner at the barn?
It was really good.
We just passed another toll, by the way. Have we? How many toll? I bet I got a $1,000 by mail bill coming because it has been toll after toll after toll.
I'm a little scared. On our way to Niagara Falls, we went through so many. It was ridiculous.
Well, the one toll I paid by cash was going through New Jersey and New York, and it was $20.05.
Yeah.
$20. So hopefully these are all like dollar tolls, because if each one was 20, I'm going to take out a third job to pay for it. So Valentine's with the barn, the old barn. We had dinner, drinks and dinner, and the cheese board and the meat. That was a wonderful Valentine's dinner. Before that, we were in Connecticut at my family's, and we stayed with Dory and Jeremy, Rose and Violet. Thank you guys very much for your hospitality. Loved it very, very much. And thanks to Dad and Maddie, for staying at their place in Connecticut or in Vermont.
Yeah, that's nice.
And we got to visit with Tommy and Jenna and Tess. Isn't Tess just a sweetie?
Yeah.
Her little rosy cheeks and blonde hair. And they were out sledding when we got there, or being towed behind on ATV. And then we took Rose and Violet over there to Tommy's, and they got to sled down. I mean, everything's hilly there, right? There's no flat land. No flat land. I mean, really, guys, we love Come On Mountain and the 41.36.
Police reported ahead.
You ain't got nothing on the Northeast. I mean, everywhere's a mountain. It's not just one mountain. And Mount Magazine, tallest peak in the Midwest there in Arkansas, 2,500 feet. That's where you start, right? 5,000 plus feet up there in New York. We got the Poconos, we got the Adirondacks, the top of the Appalachians with the Smokies. We went to a lot of mountain ranges. But so we had fun over at Dory's, just getting because this is the first time you got to know all of them, right? What do you think about the Kiskas and the Kesslers?
Very sweet.
They are very, very nice. I talk a lot, right? I mean, that's a given, right? Did my family talk a lot?
Yes. They do. Talkers.
Yeah, and I'm not from the Northeast, guys. I just have a bloodline from there. I was born and raised Southeast Missouri. I'm not from the Northeast. It's all new to me up there too. I was born and raised by my mama down in Southeast Missouri, and then Dad's family lives up there in the Northeast. So I go to visit, but I'm not a Northeasterner. but the hospitality up there was very, very good. We felt very at home and welcome, and it was very, very nice.
Your sister even went and got me some energy drinks.
Yes, nice, huh?
Yeah. So
And yeah, she got it for the whole week. Yeah, she went and took care of her, and we went and ate at the club at that seafood restaurant, and I had the most wonderful meal. You guys love my poutine.
The fish place?
Yeah, the fish place. You had the cod tacos. Right? Poutine, guys, by the way. I had clam chowder poutine. Clam chowder, bacon, cheese on French fries. Oh, yeah. So good.
Sounds bad, but it's really good.
Oh, it was so good. It was so good. And so before Connecticut, we went to the beach. We walked down. It's cold, but it was beautiful. It's all lighthouse and all that. And so then we were in Natural Bridge, right, Virginia. And guys, I can't wait to get the videos. And you know what? I think I might, instead of having one hour-long vacation video for this, I may break each of the little sections. Niagara, snowmobiling. I got lots of snowmobiling footage. That was you want to see that. So I'll break them into little videos. Then I might do, after I put all those out, one long one, where I can sit down and maybe premiere it with y'all and talk about it, chit chat. Might do that. Okay. So Natural Bridge was just gorgeous in Virginia, and that was the long ride, 14.5-hour ride to there, in the dark, in the rain, the entire way. So now we've got a 14-hour ride home, and it was snowing. Right now it's just overcast. The snow's, you can see as we're getting into, I think we're getting close to Pennsylvania. I don't know if we're in Pennsylvania yet. Erie, Pennsylvania should be coming up very soon. We may have already crossed over while I was talking, coming out of Buffalo, New York. But look, our list of states is long. Let's see if we can list them off. Okay. We kind of added a state on accident, right? Arkansas and Missouri. So Tennessee, she got the list. Tennessee, Arkansas, Missouri, Virginia, West Virginia, Pennsylvania, New Jersey, New York, Maryland, Connecticut, Vermont, Ontario, Canada. So far, that's 12. And I think we're going to get Kentucky, 13, and in Ohio, 14. So we're going to get at least 14 states this trip. I got, guys, my brand new beast, Ford F-250, has 12,000 miles on it. Tim, you shouldn't be putting so many miles on it. There's times we needed this thing in four-wheel drive, didn't we? Remember, they got 10 inches in Norwalk that day. There was 10 inches of snow that came down, and the graders were just grading, so we went through the snow. Going up Dad's Mountain. I had to have four-wheel drive, and it was spinning a little bit. I mean, we had no problem, but I definitely needed the four-wheel drive. So I did take the SRT up there one year, and it's all-wheel drive, but it just doesn't have the traction this thing does. So, woo! You ready to get back home?
I'm ready.
I am ready to get back. It was nice sleeping in big beds, though, wasn't it?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, I mean, the king-size beds and everything. Better than that little coffin I sleep in. But you know what? I'm pretty comfortable in that little coffin. Pretty comfortable. So back to the grind, but I'm looking forward to it. Got work tomorrow. Or no, we both took Monday off. Took Monday off to recover. Maybe do a little video editing and stuff. And then I've got plans from Honest Abe Log Homes to go over. And I've got to tell them, move a door here and all that. And really, if we go through the approval drawings on this, then they can start producing my timber frames and getting over to the SIPs and get the SIPs made. Which means I got to start clearing land so we can build a house on it. So, barn dominium, solar. Oh, I got my solar quote, so I can maybe order the solar equipment. We're still working on the solar panel mounting. I still need to talk to the guy about the mounting.
Here's your puppy.
I know. I think we're coming down. Finally, there's one mountain ridge behind us. We've been, 1,000 feet or more above sea level pretty much the entire time on this trip. But yeah, there's still snow on the ground right here. These are all vineyards, by the way. We're driving all vineyards around us. So what do you think about the Northeast as far as the landscape and stuff?
It's gorgeous. You know, can't wait to come back and do it again.
Yeah, because there's a lot of things we didn't get to see. A lot of places we didn't get to visit. You know, I want to go horseback riding in the mountains. I really want to go horseback riding. That'd be really nice. Well, guys, I don't know how much video I've got left on this, and we've been rambling for 20 minutes. Hopefully, you can hear her a little better too. So I put the camera over by her. Now, it's early in the morning.
Yeah, I hadn't woke up yet.
Yeah, we still got our bags under our eyes, you know. All right, guys. Well, I love every single one of you, and we'll see you back on the ridge very, very soon. So make sure you got that notification bell clicked to any time our new videos come out on RidgeLife, RidgeLife Ramblings, RidgeLife Reviews and HowTos, and maybe even a Lessons from the Ridge. Don't know. Love all you guys. So until next time, hope everyone has a blessed day. Keep rambling. Go RidgeLife.